SAG-AFTRA is killing voice actors. So recently at 10 a.m. this morning, SAG posted a thing on their social media that they basically signed a deal with Replica Studios AI. Now, if you guys don't know what this program is, it's basically I just said the last two letters. It's an AI program. Now, if you guys don't know who SAG-AFTRA is, it's basically a union for actors to get into big things like film, television, commercials, and video games, AAA video games, and they've been under siege. If you guys remember, they had the strike back in 2023 for a few months for certain actors because of certain AI regulations and just people not getting paid as often as they want to. And that strike lasted for about a couple of months and then was resolved around before the holidays kicked in. But even the voice actors are still having trouble with SAG even after all these strikes got resolved and everything should be happy and good, right?
Well, not after today.
I'm going to be reading the article that SAG basically put out here and we'll discuss. This new agreement paves the way for professional voiceover artists to safely explore new employment opportunities for their digital voice replicas with industry-leading protections tailored to AI technology, allowing AAA video game studios and other companies working with Replica to access top SAG-AFTRA talent. The agreement between the leading AI voice company and the world's largest performers union will enable Replica to engage SAG-AFTRA members under a fair, ethical agreement to safely create and license a digital replica of their voice. Licensed voices can be used in video game development and other interactive media projects from pre-production to final release. Approved by affected members of the union's voiceover performer community, this contract marks an important step towards the ethical use of AI voices in creative projects by game developers and sets the basis for fair and equitable employment of voice actors as they explore the new revenue opportunities provided by AI. In addition to establishing minimum terms and conditions, the agreement ensures performer consent and negotiation for uses of their digital voice and double, and requires that performers have the opportunity to opt out of its continued use in new works. Now, there's also a quote here by the president, which we're going to read now. Artificial intelligence has dominated the headlines, and for most performers, the best protection against the unauthorized digital simulation of their voice, likeness, and/or performance is a SAG-AFTRA contract. We are so happy to partner with Replica Studios because this is the great example of AI being done right. Well, okay. So let me break this down in basically English terms for everybody watching. They're basically saying that AI is the future and they don't really care about if you want to use AI or not. They're basically saying, hey, dude, you're going to make more money off this. I mean, isn't that good? I honestly don't know why SAG is pushing forward or why the industry is continuing to push forward for AI voice replication or things that can hurt a voice actor's career, because their career is their voice. Their career is what they do to make a character come alive in a cartoon, in a video game, in anything animated and whatnot. And the fact that we're just going into a space where basically we can easily replace them with just AI or license them in that matter based on what this article is saying is just not good. I mean, this is going to hurt voice actors' careers down the line. Like I'm saying in the video, in the title of this video, is that SAG is just slowly going away from allowing talent to just go to studios or do it from home and record all this because they're figuring out easy ways for the developers. And I get it. Every content creator wants something different or wants something easy for their edits. This is why non-union voice actors are also hurt in this as well, because for me, I'm non-union, so I don't work for SAG-AFTRA, and I usually get hired by people across social medias and things, and I've heard same frustrations from those people, and it's really, really terrifying that your voice can easily be replicated and you have no consent, no payments whatsoever. It's pretty much being used for fair, or clarified as fair use. And what does that do to you? It hurts you because now you basically don't get hired because, hey, we have this program. Why don't we use that instead of you? And we don't have to pay you. We save some money that way. It just hurts a lot in the soul because basically this is what is going forward in the industry, and I don't understand why, because voice actors have been doing gaming voice acting since voice acting in gaming first appeared. And this should be something we shouldn't try to slow down or try to minimize to make sure they don't have jobs available to them. The whole point is that SAG is basically trying to kill off voice actors. They basically want to make it easier for them, but a lot of voice actors on this post have basically shared their frustrations of how SAG is more against them than they are rooting for them. And I can easily see that. It's very frustrating for an actor to get anything because voice acting is a pretty underpaying job in the mainstream, even if you are union. Video games don't pay residuals, they don't get royalties. They're paid a flat fee. Sometimes they're underpaid. Even in anime is the worst paying gig you can ever get in voice acting. And those actors in animes that do dubs, they put their throats and voices on the line, and they get paid pennies, and that is what they get. They don't get anything from that. Sure, maybe you get something from a show, but it only goes so far. And now AI is basically trying to get rid of all that and basically say, well, you can get paid this way. It doesn't work. For me, I've always believed that performances come from the human voice and human spirit, and you can only get that performance by the human performer. You can't get it just from a computer program that can somehow replicate it and make it better. That's not how it should be. I basically wanted to make this video because it's basically showing that we're going in the wrong way. Oh man,
James Cameron was right.
we're going in the wrong way of this industry, basically trying to liquidate jobs and just say, well, we don't need to hire you and do all of this. And that's really threatening to a lot of voice actors who continue to work, or even ones that are struggling to work. It hurts for union actors, and it hurts for non-union actors. Even the non-unions who have no part in SAG-AFTRA, it just makes it easier for those content creators, that people who edit videos and things, saying, I can get the voice, no problem, don't have to pay an actor, don't have to schedule them, I can just easily get a computer program to do that. This is a threat to voice actors, and if you guys don't believe it, you're living under a rock. I would recommend sharing this video to many people out there to basically say to SAG that this is not acceptable, that this is something they need to rethink and need to talk with the performers to actually get, a huge word of mouth, because it seems from the post that these voice actors were not made aware. The ones that are union or have been working with the union for many years, it seems they've been completely underdogged and have no idea what's going on there. And it's kind of weird that they worked with SAG during this strike to, help resolve, to get, things done with the industry. And this is what SAG does, believing that AI is just going to be a step forward for the talent, when in fact it's a threat to the talent. I think I've said enough there. Make sure to spread this video live and to prove to SAG we don't need any of this. And I hope you guys see that if you do plan on becoming a voice actor and plan to go union, remember, SAG is not rooting for you, they're secretly against you.